Then I'm sharing my screen. How many of you can see my screen?
As it is visible.
Okay, right then. Let's correct it. So yesterday we were discussing about advanced rules or advanced rule structures or advanced account structures. Whatever they ask in the interview, you have to come to the straight to this point. So there are three different purposes. Okay. Could you please mute yourself, all of you? There is a noise from the other side. Okay, thank you. So I said we use advanced rules for three different purposes. One one is that when a particular dimension value or group of dimension values has to follow a main account or a group of main accounts. Which I mean to say is when I want I want a particular dimension value for a main account. Whenever I use petty cash account, I should always get finance department as the location. I mean department value. Uh, Other than finance department, there are other three departments, right? I should not get them, or if I use them, also system should not allow me to use them. That is my whole agenda. So for that purpose, that's what is explained here. If I want particular dimension value or a group of dimension value. Suppose if I want only finance and HR departments, then they are a group, right? They are separate. Out of the existing values, I only use finance and HR department. So they are only applicable for petty cash account. I can use criteria as single account or I can use criteria as a set of accounts starting from a rows. I mean, you can give them in order only. As we have seen it tested how to give criteria. We'll again see it today. Or else you can also give criteria. I mean, you can give criteria as one by one account. So you can create as many as you want. I mean, the advanced rules in within the account structure. You can create as many as you want for each individual account. You can give the rule once again. I mean, the structure once again. One second, guys. So just a second. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. So this is the first part, first uses of this rule. The second will be like a particular dimension value or group of dimension values has to follow another dimension value, which means like may I use any account from the criteria or I mean within the account structure. If I use any account, whatever the dimension value I use, for my requirement. Suppose if I say for Hyderabad location value, if I use for any main account in the combination, if I use Hyderabad location, I should get cost center one as a follow up. So we will get location after location we will get cost center, right? So cost center one should be the follow up. That's my condition. The other one we gave is these asset accounts. So asset accounts, for all the asset accounts, I should get customer dimension. Okay, let us create some dimension values in the customer. So here explaining this, assuming that there are 10 financial dimensions already configured in the account structure. So only for my asset accounts, I am configuring customer. So when I use other accounts, I won't see customer financial dimension. Only for one series accounts, which are asset accounts, I see customer financial dimension and I can give values from the customer's financial dimension. So let me see this customer's financial dimension first, if we have values in this or not. I'm going to general ledger here, financial dimensions. So I'm going for customers. So customer is here. Let me go for dimension values. So there are quite many, but most of them are related to the different I mean different your companies. So we can't make any or make any changes in them. So this is a system and entity back dimension, not a custom dimension. So that is the reason why we did not get any values there. So what I'll do is I'll try to create a new dimension. So I'll create it as a custom dimension. Just give the name as customers. Okay, just give it as customers, not customer. We have customer already. So what I'll do is I'll try to add some dimension values in this. Okay. So customer one I'll add, or else I'll give some other series like 9 series. 900 will be customer one. Okay. 901 will be customer 2. 902 will be 3. 904 will be customer 4. Okay. So I have created 4 dimension values in the dimension. So what is the next step whenever we create any financial dimension? So when we create financial dimension and when we create values, the next step is to activate.
Activate it. We should activate.
I should activate the financial dimension. Just click on active and it will be activated. So we can just click on active. It takes a while to get activated. So it is active now, we can see. Then, so yesterday we have created 3 advanced rule structures, right? Advanced rule structures. Hope you remember advanced rule structures we have created. So where did we create them? Advanced rule structures, or how can we create advanced rule structures? Anyone?
General ledger.
Okay, general ledger. Then
Chart of accounts.
And chart of accounts and
structures
and
advanced rule structures.
Advanced rule structures. So we have created 3 advanced rule structures yesterday. For the first example that we were discussing, this one, for a particular dimension value that has to follow a main account or a group of main accounts, we created this one, petty cash and finance. 1 second. Yeah, here. So my agenda is that whenever I use any petty cash, whenever I use petty cash account or any account, if I give criteria to any account, so the name is just for a description sake, I gave the name. That's all. I have added a segment, created a rule, clicked on new, gave the name, then added the segment, and then I gave this segment as department. I gave this segment as department, and within that department, I only gave finance department value. The value number is 200. Then I have created another rule for the sake of this one. If a particular financial dimension has to follow another dimension value, so for that also I have created a kind of same. So I created this one. Where is this? Cost center one, right? So I created cost center one. In this I can see I selected the segment as MRF cost center and I selected cost center one. Okay, only MRF segment and cost center one. Only cost center value. So whichever criteria I'll assign this rule to, So that will work for that particular criteria. If I assign it for all the main accounts, it will work for the main accounts. If I assign it for a unique main account, it will work for that account. Or if I assign it for a specific financial dimension or group of dimensions, it will work for those financial dimensions. So whatever the criteria we will give, the condition that we gave here will follow that criteria. Okay, or will be applicable for that particular criteria only. Then we have created third rule, which is the third one, asset plus customer, this one, right? So I want to edit this one. I'll just edit this. Yesterday I gave this customer, right? So since I could not find any values for our legal entity in customer, what I'll do is I'll remove this customer from here and I'll give customers, which we have created now. Okay, I'm just removing this customer from here. Okay, removed. I mean, it's not removing. I think it can't remove since it's given in the account structure already. We have to first delete it from the account structure where we gave it, then we will come back to this point. Okay, I'm going to general ledger, chart of account structures, configure account structures, MRF. So under balance sheet we gave it yesterday, right? So I'm going for balance sheet. I'm clicking on edit, clicking on advanced rules here. And then I'll go for this asset plus customer. I'll select this one here. I'll click on edit advanced rule, select this one and remove it from here. I'll again add it here. So now I can remove this, and still it's not going. Fine, then we'll do one more thing, delete customer from this segment. Okay, advanced will exist for the dimension structure, you can't modify. Let me go back and come back here once again. So this time still it is showing the same, but we have disabled this account structure, right? I mean, let me delete the same here. Okay. It's taking some time. Uh, Not sure why it's taking a lot of time, but generally it gets deleted quickly. That's okay. What do we do is we will just keep this aside and we'll create this as customers. Okay. Not matching the same name, asset plus customer. I give asset plus customers this time. I clicked on OK. So once after clicking on OK, I can add the segment here. Here you can see add segment option. If I click on add segment, I can see all the active financial dimensions on the other side. So we can find our financial dimension that we have created, which is customers. Here you can see it. I'll just add that segment here. Okay. I can give a unique value if at all I want to use like 900, 901, 902, anything. I can give it like this, like 900 and so not this one and 901. So two values will be applicable if I give it like this 900 and 901, or if I give it like this 900 and 902, three values are applicable 900, 901 and 902. But if I give star mark directly, then all the customer values are four values we have, right? So all the four values are applicable or all four can be used, but I can't leave it blank. I can't leave it blank. I have to must and should use one of the customer dimension value. So that's my condition. So what I'll do is I'll try to activate this one as well. Once I've created it, I'll activate this. It will run in the batch anyway. So it takes a while to get activated. Let me come back. So here it is in activating status, whereas it is deleted here, as you can see. I mean, the rule is deleted. Then I'll go back here and I'll delete this rule. Set plus customer. I don't want this anymore. Okay. So it is deleted, right? So we have asset plus customers, which is activating. So once it is activated, we can use the same. Okay, before it gets activated or we use it, let me explain it this one. Advanced rules concept, how we can add the same or the rules that we have created to the criteria. So this is the most important part. Designing your rule is one part and coming and adding it to the required criteria is another part. So now I am in balance sheet account structure. So according to our first example, as I told you, for petty cash account, we have to give the department as finance. So petty cash account will be in the balance sheet accounts only. Here in one of the accounts, it will be there. So what I'm doing is I am here in this account structure. I'm going to advanced rules, as you can see here on the top. So it is, I am edited it. I edited it and it is in draft status. You can see the draft. So I'll click on advanced rules. Once I click on advanced rules, I can see few rules that I created. So this one I created yesterday. Here I can click on add new and give the name as petty cash finance, and I gave the same, and the account structure name it will automatically take. So it will show the status as draft. Once only we activate the advanced rule, then it will show active. Okay. So it is, I mean, once we activate the account structure completely, then it will show active. So we have two steps here, criteria and advanced rule. So advanced rule, we know clearly what we have created. It's department and in that finance. So I have added that. But the criteria is only for one particular account, like one petty cash account only I need to get finance department. For all the other accounts, I can use any department according to the account structure configuration. But only for petty cash account, whenever I use petty cash account, I should definitely use finance department only. For that purpose, I have configured this account structure already. I mean, this advanced rule already, advanced rule structure, I'm sorry, wherein I have selected department as only finance. So here I come and give the same, add the same advanced rule structure which I have created there. Then for the criteria, I have selected a criteria as main account and I selected this petty cash account here. 1,02,000 is the petty cash account in my books. Perfect. Any doubt, guys, in this? Anyone?
No.
Okay. Anyone else? If you have any doubts, ask here itself.
ఇంకొకసారి చెప్పాలి అని చెప్పి
సో ఈ రూల్ మనం ముందు క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్నాం, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఫైనాన్స్ రావాలని చెప్పేసి. ఇది ఏ అకౌంట్ కి అప్లై అవ్వాలి, లేకపోతే ఏ ఫైనాన్షియల్ డైమెన్షన్ కి అప్లై అవ్వాలి, లేకపోతే ఏ సెట్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్ కి అప్లై అవ్వాలనేది మనం ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి ఇస్తాం అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్లో. ఐ మీన్ అకౌంట్ స్ట్రక్చర్లో అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్స్ ఉంటాయి సపరేట్గా. ఇక్కడ యాడ్ చేస్తాం. అక్కడ మనం క్రియేట్ చేసిన అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ని ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి యాడ్ చేస్తాం. పెట్టి క్యాష్ అకౌంట్కి కావాలనేది నా క్రైటీరియా, నా ఎజెండా. సో పెట్టి క్యాష్ అకౌంట్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది? బ్యాలెన్స్ షీట్ అకౌంట్ స్ట్రక్చర్లోనే ఉంటుంది. సో బ్యాలెన్స్ షీట్ అకౌంట్ స్ట్రక్చర్కి వచ్చాను. వచ్చి ఇక్కడ అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్స్ క్లిక్ చేశాను. అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్స్ క్లిక్ చేస్తే 2 స్టెప్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఒకటి అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్లో ఫస్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు నేమ్స్ ఇస్తాం. అది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్ క్రైటీరియా ఉంటుంది, అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అంటే మనం ఏదైతే క్రియేట్ చేసామో అదే తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ యాడ్ చేస్తాం. పెట్టి క్యాష్ ఫైనాన్స్ ఏదైతే ఇక్కడ క్రియేట్ చేసామో అదే తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ యాడ్ చేస్తాం.
ఓకే.
బట్ క్రైటీరియా ఏంటంటే నా ఏ అకౌంట్కి కావాలనేది నా క్రైటీరియా. నా క్రైటీరియా ఏంటి, ఓన్లీ పెట్టి క్యాష్ అకౌంట్ కావాలనేది. సో నేను ఇక్కడ క్రైటీరియా మెయిన్ అకౌంట్ తీసుకున్నా. మెయిన్ అకౌంట్ ఈజ్ 1,02,000. 1,02,000 అంటే పెట్టి క్యాష్ అకౌంట్ అని, ఓన్లీ ఆ పర్టికులర్ అకౌంట్కి రావాలన్నది నా కండిషన్. సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఇంకోటి బిల్స్ రిసీవబుల్ అకౌంట్ కూడా ఇచ్చాను, సేమ్ అదే ఇచ్చాను అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్ స్ట్రక్చర్. ఈ అకౌంట్ కూడా మెయిన్ అకౌంట్ ఇచ్చాను, సపరేట్గా ఆ అకౌంట్ నెంబర్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నా. ఇప్పుడు ఆ 2 అకౌంట్స్కి అప్లై అవుతుంది ఈ అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్ స్ట్రక్చర్ మనం ఏదైతే క్రియేట్ చేసామో ఫైనాన్స్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ కండిషన్. ఓకే, సేమ్ ఇలానే సెకండ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్లో. సో హియర్ వీ నో we are creating it for a particular financial dimension, not for a particular main account. Whenever I select Hyderabad location, I should get cost center 1 as the follow-up dimension value. So that is why I have created this one. Another advanced rule here, you can see Hyderabad plus cost center 1. I just gave a name. So then I have added the same cost center 1 advanced rule structure we have created. ఇంతకు ముందు క్రియేట్ చేసాం కదా ఇది అడ్వాన్స్ రూల్. కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ 1 అనేది క్రియేట్ చేసాం. ఇందులో ఓపెన్ చేస్తే లోపల కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ 1 అని ఉంటుంది, CC1 ఒక్కటే ఉంది వాల్యూ. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఫైనాన్షియల్ డైమెన్షన్ వాల్యూ, ఓన్లీ సింగిల్ వాల్యూ. ఐ వాంట్ దిస్ టు బి అప్లికబుల్ టు దిస్ హైదరాబాద్ లొకేషన్. సో అందుకని ఇక్కడ నేను మెయిన్ అకౌంట్ తీసుకోకుండా లొకేషన్ తీసుకున్నా, డైరెక్ట్గా లొకేషన్ తీసుకొని 100 ఇచ్చాను. సో ఎప్పుడైతే నేను 100 ఇస్తానో డైమెన్షన్ వాల్యూ హైదరాబాద్ ఇస్తానో కన్ఫామ్గా కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ రావాలి, కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ 1 ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. అదేంటి, ఓన్లీ పర్టికులర్ సెట్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్కి. ఆ సెట్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్ ఏంటంటే నేను ఈ అకౌంట్ స్ట్రక్చర్కి ఇచ్చాను కదా, ఈ అకౌంట్ స్ట్రక్చర్లో 1 సిరీస్ నుంచి 4 సిరీస్ దాకా ఉన్నాయి. ఆ అకౌంట్స్ యూస్ చేసి నేను ఆ అకౌంట్స్తో పాటు ఎప్పుడైనా హైదరాబాద్ డైమెన్షన్ వాల్యూ యూస్ చేస్తే కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ 1 కూడా ఫాలో అయ్యి రావాలి ఖచ్చితంగా. అది నా ఎజెండా, అది నా క్రైటీరియా, అంతే. మెయిన్ అకౌంట్కి ఇవ్వకుండా సపరేట్గా ఒక డైమెన్షన్ వాల్యూకి ఇచ్చా. సో ఇది ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది అనేది వి విల్ క్రియేట్ ఎ జర్నల్ అండ్ విల్ సీ ఇట్. Okay, the third step is when we have more than 10 financial dimensions. So assume that in account structure we have more than 10 and I want to give another financial dimension, 11th financial dimension, or I want to give a new financial dimension for only set of values. So I'll show you how I can give it. So for that I can create new here, generally give it as asset plus customers. Okay, copy and give the same name here. I'll create it. So here I can add criteria. If at all I want it only for separate accounts, I can give a criteria. If I leave without giving any criteria here, suppose if I don't give any criteria, this advanced rule will be applicable to all the main accounts that we have in the system. Whenever you use any main account in the account structure, sorry, not in the system, in the account structure from 1 series to 4 series, whatever the rule you give here will be applicable if you don't give any criteria. But if you give criteria, system will apply the rule that you give here only for the criteria. Okay, just add the advanced rule that we have created for the purpose. Let me see if it is activated or not. Once, let me go back and see here. Okay, it is activated. You can see asset plus customers is active now. I'll use the same. I'll go down, find where it is, asset plus customers. It is here, and I can add it. Now I can add a criteria if I want, or else this new financial dimension called customers is applicable for all the accounts in the account structure. For all the 1 to 4 series accounts, it will be applicable. Whatever account I use, I'll definitely get this customer segment in the journal. So I can give it in this way. But my agenda is that I only want it for asset account. So I will add a criteria for that. I'll add a criteria is main account begins with 1, which means whatever the account that starts with 1, this advanced rule is applicable, or this condition is applicable. So my asset accounts only will start with 1, right? Other accounts will start with other numbers. So system automatically know that only for asset accounts system have to agree this condition and it will apply this condition. So this customer's financial dimension is available only when I select asset accounts. Okay, only 1 series accounts. That is the motto of my configuration here. So we have configured it here. Let me know if you have any doubt in this one or in this one, second one, any of you. Seshu.
Clear, JP.
Okay. Sairam, Bala, Saideep. Is it clear for everyone? Okay. Someone saying something? Shivakumar. Uh,
Last point.
okay. Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it will sound
That
clear.
also.
I want all of you to practice this one because this is really important. As I told you, very, very important. It's little complex to understand, but still, if you practice, you will get it on hand.
Yes.
Then I'll try to activate this account structure, and once after activating this account structure, we will post some transactions and see how these advanced rules are working. Okay. 1 second. I'll activate this account structure now here. So it will run in the batch only anyway. It takes a while. Let me see here. It's activating, so it takes a minute. Give me a minute. I'll just be back. Back guys, it's taking some time to activate. So without making it active, we can't do any transaction or these rules are not applicable. So we have this to be active. This actually runs in the batch job. You can see that batch job anytime in system administration. We know how to check batch jobs. I showed you. So can someone tell me how we can check the batch jobs?
System administration.
Okay. Go to system administration and
Bad jobs.
batch jobs here under inquiries.
Yeah, under inquiries, bank jobs.
So how can I search for that batch job?
We can either do it by date or
Okay, we can sort it by date. Else we can go for name. Normally we can go for job description. So it is account structure, right? So we can go for account structure. So in activating account structure is what we got here. In this, we can search for today's date. So today's date is here. It is in the status of executing. You can see here. So the progress is 0 yet. Now, where is this? Here. You can see it is ended. It's completed. Why it is showing for USRT? I don't know, but still, that's okay. Our account structure should be activated. So refresh this. It is active. I don't know why it is taking USRT. Let me change it back to MRF. But anyway, this is a global form, right? You can access it from any legal entity. So this account structure is active now. You can see. Let me change it here if possible. Right. Now let us check how the advanced rules are working. Let us create a journal and use that accounts, whatever the rules that we have configured and see if it is working properly or not. So this journal that I have created, journal number 39, you can see I'm going for lines. So I have a line here. As you can see, it's for today's date, voucher number, ledger, and I have to select an account. Guys, can you please mute yourself, all of you? If you have any doubt, you can unmute and ask. Okay, thank you. Then here I have to select an account. So let us go for our first rule. Whenever I select petty cash account, I should get finance department. That is my agenda. Okay, so I am going here and selecting the petty cash account. In the main account, I'll select the petty cash account 1 lakh 2. You can see here. I selected it. Then I can select any location. Okay. Suppose if I don't select location, I'll just go to departments. So you see, in departments, I can only see finance department. I can't see any other. Only finance is visible. If I click on show all here, it will show all values. But if I click on show valid, only one value is valid. Only finance department value number 200 is valid. I can only select that. If I select anything else, I will get an error anyway. So if suppose if I select HR and if I select customer here, so you see here customer dimension. In our account structure, we don't have customer dimension, but since we are using an asset account that starts with one series, I can see additionally the customer here. And I'll select this customer one here. And I'll refresh this. Actually, it's a bit slow, but still you can see the error message here. Department 21 is not an allowed value for the combination. Department 201. So we only need to take department 200, which is finance department. But for petty cash account, I have selected another department 201. So system will not allow me. It says like here you can read the message. MRF department 201 is not an allowed value in the combination with the following dimension values that are valid. Main account number 1 lakh 2. Location is selected as blank. That's okay. Customer number is selected as 900. Okay. Dimension values were validated with this advanced rule structure. It is clearly saying what is the advanced rule structure that is giving this error message or that is stopping the user from creating such kind of journal using this 201 dimension value. So it says that dimension advanced rule structure petty cash finance is the reason why we are getting this error. So we can go back to our account structure and find out where it is to identify what is the condition they gave. Normally, when you jump into a project where the advanced rules are already configured and you're facing such kind of issues, you can clearly understand where the issue is arised from. Or when you are doing support to any client, and if they raise any ticket for the same, you can understand this error message and try to narrow it down where this error is or where this issue is arising from. Okay, here I'll go for, structures and configure account structures. So within that, I'll go for MRF account structures. Within MRF, I have this balance sheet account structure. I'll open this. I won't click on edit. Okay, I'm not clicking on edit. It is SAG active status only. I'll just click on advanced rules here. If I edit any rule again, it will go to draft status. All the account structure will go to draft status. So since I gave here for petty cash account, only finance department should follow. So it is following automatically. So this is the rule, guys. So here I can't post this transaction or I can't go further any further. I can give offset account, but I can't post this transaction. System will not allow me to post it. If only I select 200 here, finance department, then only system will allow me. If I select finance department and if I go and if I refresh this time I won't get any error. See here, I don't get any error. Other than 200, if I use anything, I'll get error. That is the whole concept of advanced rules. Right? Any confusion in this, guys? Anyone? Suppose I use another account like 2 series account other than this 1 series. I'll remove everything here and I'll use a 2 series account. A liability account, any liability account I'll use here. I'll use this accrued prepaid revenue account, suppose. Here for location, I can see all the 4. Coming to department, I can see all the 4. All are valid. If I click on show valid also, it will show all the 4 because all the 4 are valid for this account. And you see customer dimension is not visible here. Why? Any idea why it's not visible?
Main account series is 2 series.
So the third rule that we gave in the advanced rules, this one, is that asset plus customer. So whenever we select asset account only, we'll get customer values, or we can see customer financial dimension. When we select other values, we can't see it. So here I selected dimension, I mean liability, right? Main account as liability, so I can't see it. Suppose if I select any other asset like bills receivable, I can see it. Or I mean not bills receivable, if I select any other account other than bills receivable, like accrued or prepaid insurance, I can see customer here. Location I can see, department I can see all the departments as well as I can see all the customers. So I can see all the customers, all the departments and all the locations when I use other account. So suppose if I use bills receivable account here, this is here bills receivable account. I can see location, all the 4 locations. Whereas it comes to department, I can see finance department only. Why? It is showing only finance department for this account also. Anyone?
We have given the condition as first one as like a petty cash finance rule.
Exactly. We have gave the same condition for petty cash account as well as for bills receivable account also. Here you can see we gave it for bills receivable account. So that is the reason why we are seeing only single dimension value for the bills receivable account. Also we are seeing the only finance dimension value for the department. Okay, and under customers I can select anything, but without selecting customer I can't go further. Suppose if I select finance department here, but if I won't select customers, so see here, I see the error. Blank is not allowed for customers for the combination. And if I read it here, I can see you must select a value in the customer field in the combination with the following dimension values. So whenever I select these 1 series accounts, I should definitely select one of the customer value. We selected the star symbol, right? It indicates that I should select any customer value, at least one. So without selecting any and leaving it empty will result in error message once again. Here you can see why I am getting error. Dimension values were validated with advanced rule asset plus customers. So asset plus customers is what we gave here, right? Asset plus customers, and here in we have asset plus customers. So this advanced rule is what stopping here without posting this journal. So without giving customer dimension, I can't post this journal. That's the point. So I have to select one of the customer here, like here. Then journal will be okay. There won't be any problem. Suppose if I select any account other than this, if I select any expense account, 6 series. If I go for 6 series, not 6 series, if I go for 5 series, okay, I'll go for rent expense account. So here I can see any location, any department I can see, and I can see any cost center. See, any location, any department, any cost center, but I can't see customer here. Why? Anyone other than Sairam? Why we can't see customer here?
Yeah, the asset account is starts with 5. I mean, the account starts with 5.
Yeah, and the account starts with 5 here. So we only gave condition for asset account. So
1.
because this is a expense account or something that starts with other number other than 1, so that condition is not applicable to this account. So we don't see customer here. So that's the whole thing. So suppose if I select any 2 series account, let me go with 2 series account. So this account, then I select location as Hyderabad. So once I select Hyderabad, I can see cost center here. So normally if I don't select Hyderabad, suppose if I select Bangalore here, see I don't see cost center here. Cost center is not visible. You can see it, right? But suppose if I select it to Hyderabad and select Hyderabad, maybe any account other than 2 series, any account if I select. Once I select Hyderabad, I can see cost center. Why I am not seeing it in the first instance? Why I am seeing it only when I give Hyderabad location? Anyone?
We have given the advanced rule structure for the dimension value Hyderabad.
Okay, for the dimension value Hyderabad, I can see cost center. Whenever I select Hyderabad location, I have to get cost center 1. Okay, but Why I'm unable to see it for the other location? Cost center, why it is not visible? That the whole dimension is not visible at all. Why?
So we have given the criteria as a financial dimension of location Hyderabad only.
Yeah, correct. We have given criteria as the same. But another point to mention is that in our balance sheet account structure, we do not have cost center as the financial dimension. Suppose if I go back, so this is here, right? This is our balance sheet account structure. We have location and department and we don't have cost center at all. So for any account, we don't get any cost center value whenever we use any journal, whenever we use any account from that particular account structure. But only when we use Hyderabad location, it will automatically appear here. The cost center will appear and I can only see cost center one. I can't select any other value, of course, because may it be any main account from the account structure from 1 series to 4 series. Whenever I select Hyderabad location, I'll get cost center activated and cost center one I have to select. But without selecting cost center one, I can't proceed further. So I can select any department here. On cost center, you see automatically applied. It will automatically take. Suppose if I don't give cost center, also it will automatically take. So that's the whole point of this main account. I mean, dimension following a dimension is this one. Suppose if I change main account here also, if I give any other account like intercompany payable account, then also if I select another location like Bangalore, I don't see this one anymore. If I select only Hyderabad, then I can see cost center one automatically populating. So it's not about the account that you select. You can select any account from the account structure, but whenever you select Hyderabad location, you will get cost center here. So that's because of the second condition we give. When a particular dimension value or group of dimension values has to follow another dimension value strictly. Okay. So strictly cost center one is following Hyderabad dimension value. Then we have also seen this one where only for asset accounts we can see a new financial dimension like customer, or if at all I did not give any criteria there. Suppose if in this account structure, if in the advanced rule, this advanced rule customers, if I don't give any criteria here for suppose, then what happens?
Then all the accounts in the balance sheet item, balance sheet account structure, this rule, advanced rule will applicable.
Perfect. For all the accounts that starts from 1 series to 4 series, this advanced rule will be applicable. Correct. So since I gave criteria here, now this advanced rule, I mean this new particular dimension customers is applicable only for the asset that starts with 1. Okay. So this is the whole concept of advanced rules. Do let me know if you have any doubts or any other business scenarios in mind, like doubts how we can achieve this kind of scenario and all. So few customers will use advanced rules if they have large accounting, and if they don't want users to miss the financial dimensions for particular accounts, they will configure advanced rules, and so that users have to definitely give the financial dimension values whenever they create those transactions, and if they have to post transaction, they have to definitely give it. So to control the users from not giving wrong dimension values, and to control the users from giving only one particular dimension value, we can use advanced rules. So we can also give 2 to 3 values here in the advanced rules. So we have created right here. We can give, so not this one. Suppose this one cost center 1. I can give cost center 1 and cost center 2 so that users can select any one from the 2 values, but they can't select anything out of that. So that's the control we are selecting or we are giving. So without control, there are high chances that users might post wrong financial dimensions values for main accounts, which will result in wrong accounting. Finally, the whole agenda of maintaining financial dimensions is to track transactions for each financial dimension value and balances for each financial dimension value correctly or exactly. So when they give wrong values for transaction, then it will be trouble again. We have to either reverse it or transfer balances from that dimension value to other dimension value. So I saw one client using more than 500 advanced rules for his one account structure that he is using. He is using more than 500 advanced rules. And if you use more than 500 advanced rules, so for activating account structure, it will take a lot of time. It will take at least 1 hour or half an hour to 1 hour. When there is a huge data and huge conditions, so system also have to read those conditions, right? So it will take a lot of time. So understood? Any confusion in these 3 rules that we created and the examples? Anyone?
No, JP.
Okay, perfect. Anyone, anything else to ask in this advanced rules concept? In interview, they will definitely ask you this question and you have to answer it properly. Nobody outside will teach you advanced rules concept, not at all. So I have given utmost importance for this and taught you this since this is very advanced concept. So the name itself says it's advanced. So
Sir,
I want you to
JP,
practice. Yes, Iram.
single advanced rule structure can be used for multiple advanced rules,
Accounts.
right?
Yes. Single advanced rule structure that you create here in the advanced rule structures, you can use it here in for multiple advanced rules or for multiple criteria. No problem. But
Okay.
don't let it overlap.
Okay.
Okay. Overlapping causes lot of issues. When you have lot of advanced rules, then there will be chances of overlaps, which will
Yeah.
create trouble again. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
so we can create a one another also, sir. If you overlaps means.
No. Overlapping is something different. So you can create one more also. I mean,
Okay. But if the chances we must be starting onwards, or we can
see
continue.
if you want customer, if you want for petty cash account, if you want finance department as well as if you want HR department, both of them, do not create here for finance department one and another advanced rule for HR department. Don't create it like that. Then system will throw overlapping error. If you want two values, just give here, go to this advanced rule and directly give two values here, 200 and 201. Okay, then system will accept those two values. If you create two separate advanced rule structures first, then you create two advanced rules for the same criteria, I mean it will overlap one each other. If it
Okay.
is if it is a single department value, it will overlap each other. So that's not correct. Okay. So to practice it, and you will definitely will get doubts if you practice it properly. Then come back with doubts and we can discuss more. Okay. And actually we have to discuss one more topic today, but anyway, I don't think time would be sufficient for completing that topic. We have only 9 minutes. So we'll discuss that part tomorrow. Tomorrow we will discuss about inquiries, okay, inquiries and reports. So inquiries are also very important, at least in general ledger, they are really important. We know we have done with configurations, we have done with process activities. We have done how the configurations are working. We have seen we have seen different process activities. And the third step in the course is understanding where the data is saved and how we can extract the posted data, how we can track the data in case if anybody wants it. So that's what we will do with inquiries and reports. So this part is also important. So these 3 levels in a course, I mean 3 levels in my pattern of teaching the course: configurations, process activities, and inquiries and reports. So understanding the different inquiries and reports and how to track the data is important. Both being in as a function consultant, it is really important. So tomorrow we will discuss this inquiries and reports. So we have quite few important inquiries and reports in our general ledger. I have to remove these advanced rules or else from tomorrow onwards they will pain me. I have to definitely assign anything. So why it's not allowing me? So okay, let us leave it from here. Cannot edit a record. The record is updated by another user. Control Shift 5. Shift. But he updated it. I'm not doing anything. Come on. Oops. Is anything wrong? Yeah, actually. Sorry, I placed something on my keyboard because of which it is showing there. Come on. I'm the only user working on this. If system throws error like this, then it is trouble. So here it's not in use. Not in use. Okay, leave about it. Then, as I was saying you, in general ledger we have certain inquiries and report, trial balance, accounting source explorer, and voucher transactions audit trail. We'll see all of them tomorrow, and also see some important reports. Okay, not most of them are important, but we have few reports that are important. I'll show you what are those. Okay, so that would be all for today. See you. We'll meet in tomorrow's class then. If you have any doubts, you can stay back. I'll stop recording and